Sustain or Blind Faith? An LDS General Conference review of Henry B. Eyring from the April 2019 General Conference. Here's a clip from that message.
You choose whether to sustain all whom the Lord calls, in whatever the Lord has called them. That choice happens in conferences all over the world. It has happened in this one. In such meetings, names of men and women, servants of God, are read, and you are invited to raise your hand to sustain. You can withhold your sustaining vote, or you can pledge your sustaining faith. By raising your hand to sustain, you make a promise. You make a promise with God, whose servants these are, that you will sustain them. Now, these are imperfect human beings, as are you. Keeping your promises will take unshakable faith that the Lord called them. Keeping those promises will also bring eternal happiness. Not keeping them will bring sorrow to you and to those you love, and even losses beyond your power to imagine.
Sustain or Blind Faith? Reviewed by Earl Erskine, read by Seth Motor. In this excerpt, Henry Eyring starts with a gentle, friendly approach, allowing a member to choose whether he or she will follow the brethren or not. However, by the end of the excerpt, if you choose poorly, you will have losses beyond your power to imagine. Doctrine and Covenants 1:14 and 38 sets the tone for the Latter-day Saint. Verse 14 reads, "They who will not hear the voice of the Lord, neither the voice of his servants, neither give heed to the words of the prophets and apostles, shall be cut off from among the people." Verse 38 reads, "What I the Lord have spoken, I have spoken. My word shall not pass away, but shall all be fulfilled, whether by mine own voice or by the voice of my servant, it is the same." End quote. James Foss said in October 2005 conference, quote, "I do not know how we can expect to be in full harmony with the Spirit of the Lord if we are not in harmony with the President of the Church and the other prophets, seers, and revelators." End quote. N. Eldon Tanner provided this little nugget in the August 1979 Ensign, quote, "We are most fortunate to have the living prophet at the head of the church to guide us, and all who heed his counsel will be partakers of the promised blessing, which will not be enjoyed by those who fail to accept his messages. Whose side are we on? When the prophet speaks, the debate is over." End quote. Henry Eyring, in the reference conference talk in April 2019 General Conference, repeated the root word sustain 32 times. Do you think he was making a point? There is little doubt in the active LDS person's mind that to question the prophet is blasphemy and will lead to apostasy. It should be mentioned here that it is the current prophet the member is to follow blindly. Teachings of the former prophet do not count if the current prophet says otherwise. Think polygamy, masonry, blacks, Adam God, I'm a Mormon campaign, Mormon Tabernacle Choir, Journal of Discourses, Miracle of Forgiveness, Meet the Mormons 2014 movie, Mark Hoffman, temple signs, tokens, wordings, etc. In conclusion, LDS members are expected to follow the counsel of prophets, seers, revelators without questioning. Free agency, so valued by the Church, ends when the living prophet speaks. Thanks for listening to this General Conference review presented by Earl Erskine. To learn more about Earl Erskine, check out his website, exmormonfiles.com, or go to his YouTube channel. Learn more in the descriptions below. Thanks for listening to General Conference Reviews presented by Talking to Mormons.